What if everything you know about saving money is completely wrong today? Most people believe saving alone guarantees financial freedom in future life, but reality often proves this belief dangerously incomplete and misleading for many. Have you ever wondered why savers still struggle financially despite discipline? The answer lies deeper than just putting money aside. Every month, saving money is important, but it is only the first step financial growth requires, more than just hiding money in accounts. Many people save for years yet never build real wealth at all. Inflation silently eats the value of your hard-earned savings over time. Money sitting idle loses power while life expenses continue rising constantly. This hidden truth surprises most people when they finally understand it. Clearly, saving without investing is like running on a treadmill going nowhere fast. You feel productive, but your financial position barely moves forward. Meaningfully, wealth is not built by saving alone, but by multiplying money wisely. Rich people think differently about money compared to average savers everywhere. They make money work for them instead of working only for money. That mindset difference changes everything about financial outcomes. In long term, have you ever asked why some people become wealthy faster than others? It is not always income level, but how money gets used. Even small investments can outperform large savings over extended time periods. Fear often keeps people trapped in saving instead of growing wealth. They worry about risks and avoid opportunities that could change everything. But avoiding risk completely often becomes the biggest financial risk itself. Safe saving feels comfortable, but comfort rarely builds extraordinary financial success. Growth always requires stepping beyond simple saving habits and routines. Financial education is more powerful than just financial discipline alone. Without knowledge, even disciplined savers miss major opportunities. Daily money without strategy behaves like water, slipping through open fingers slowly. You might save consistently but still feel financially stuck every year. That frustration signals missing elements beyond basic saving behavior alone. Investing introduces the power of compounding, which saving alone cannot achieve. Compounding multiplies money silently while you sleep and live life normally. This is where true financial acceleration begins for most successful individuals. Yet most people never experience this because they only save money. They underestimate how powerful time combined with growth really becomes. Every year of delay reduces your potential financial future significantly. Early action matters more than perfect timing in wealth-building journey. Even small investments today can become massive over decades of growth, but saving alone keeps your future limited to your current effort. That limitation is what most people never realize until too late. Imagine working your entire life, but never escaping financial pressure. That is the silent result of relying only on saving money. Saving protects you, but it does not expand your financial freedom. True freedom requires systems that generate income beyond active work. Those systems are built through investing, skills, and smart decisions. Without them, savings eventually get consumed by life emergencies and needs. Unexpected events always test whether your money strategy is strong enough, and saving alone often fails under pressure of real-world demands. This is why understanding money deeply becomes extremely important today. Financial awareness separates those who grow from those who just survive. Most schools teach saving but rarely teach real wealth creation strategies. This creates generations who are financially disciplined but not financially free. You must unlearn limitations if you want different financial results. Thinking differently about money is the first step toward transformation. Saving is safety, but safety alone is never enough for wealth. The world rewards those who understand how money multiplies over time. That understanding changes how every financial decision gets made daily. Without it, even good income can disappear. Without long-term impact, many high earners still struggle because they only focus on saving. Income alone does not guarantee financial independence or lasting stability. The real question is not how much you save monthly. The real question is how your money grows while you rest. Growth requires action beyond fear and traditional money habits. Financial freedom belongs to those who combine saving with smart investing. This combination creates unstoppable momentum in long-term wealth building. Once you understand this, your entire perspective on money shifts completely. You stop thinking like a saver and start thinking like a builder. Builders create systems that multiply resources beyond personal effort alone. That shift is where real financial transformation truly begins for anyone. Now, let's go deeper into what really happens after you start saving. Most people feel safe once they see money accumulating in accounts. That sense of safety can quietly become a financial trap over time. Have you noticed how savings rarely feel like they are growing fast? That slow growth is exactly where the problem begins for many people. Inflation steadily reduces what your saved money can actually buy each year. So your money may look the same, but its power is shrinking. This silent loss is often ignored until it becomes a serious issue. Saving alone cannot protect you from economic changes happening around the world. The cost of living rises faster than most savings accounts can grow. This creates a gap between expectations and financial reality for many families. People assume discipline in saving will eventually lead to financial freedom. But discipline without strategy only produces limited and predictable results. Wealth requires acceleration, not just preservation of money over time. That is where investing becomes essential in every financial journey. Investing allows money to grow beyond the limits of saving behavior. Without it, your financial progress stays locked in a slow system. Many people underestimate how much opportunity they are missing daily. Every day saved but not invested is a missed growth opportunity. Think about how banks use your saved money to make profits. Your deposits are often used to generate income for financial institutions. Meanwhile, you receive very little return compared to their earnings. This imbalance shows why saving alone is not enough for wealth. You are effectively storing value while others are multiplying it. That difference defines financial winners and financial survivors in society. Understanding this system changes how you view money completely. It shifts your mindset from passive saver to active wealth builder. And mindset is the first real step toward financial transformation. Without mindset change, actions rarely lead to different financial outcomes. Many savers feel frustrated after years of careful financial discipline. They did everything right, but still feel financially stuck. This frustration often comes from missing the growth component. Saving creates stability, but does not create expansion or freedom. Expansion requires risk, learning, and smart allocation of resources. Fear of loss keeps many people trapped in low-growth habits. But avoiding loss completely also prevents meaningful financial gain. The key is not avoiding risk, but understanding it properly. Financial education helps you turn uncertainty into opportunity over time. Without education, even good savings habits can lead to stagnation. The difference between saving and investing is direction of money flow. Saving holds money still, while investing puts it into motion. Motion is what creates multiplication in financial systems globally. This principle is used by every wealthy individual across the world. They do not rely only on storing money for future security. Instead, they build systems that generate continuous income streams. Those systems are what create lasting financial independence. Without systems, savings eventually get consumed by life expenses. Emergencies, inflation, and lifestyle costs slowly drain stored money. That is why relying only on saving is financially limiting. Even strong savers often underestimate long-term financial erosion. Small expenses accumulate and quietly reduce financial stability over years. This creates illusion of control, while progress remains minimal. True wealth requires active planning, not passive accumulation alone. Planning turns money into a tool instead of a safety cushion. Once money becomes a tool, financial possibilities expand significantly. That expansion is what separates wealth builders from careful savers. Every financial decision then starts focusing on growth instead of storage. This shift is subtle, but extremely powerful over long periods. It changes your financial identity completely over time. Saving teaches discipline, but investing teaches multiplication of value. Both are important, but only one leads to financial independence. Without combining them, your financial journey remains incomplete. Many people never realize this until late in life. Time is the most powerful factor in wealth creation, and time only works in your favor when money is growing. Idle money loses opportunity every single day it remains unused. That opportunity cost is invisible but extremely significant over decades. Understanding this truth changes your entire approach to money management. And that is why saving alone cannot secure your financial future. The goal is not to stop saving, but to evolve beyond it. Financial evolution begins when saving meets strategic investing decisions. That combination creates stability and growth working together. Without growth, stability slowly turns into limitation over time. To truly understand money, we must question what saving actually achieves long term. At first glance, saving feels like the smartest financial decision anyone can make. You earn money, you save it, and you feel secure immediately. That sense of security, however, can slowly become a financial illusion, because real financial strength is not measured by stored money alone. It is measured by how fast your money can grow over time. Many people never realize this distinction until it is too late. They assume balance equals progress, but that is not always true. Money sitting still behaves very differently from money actively growing, and that difference shapes your entire financial future silently. When money is only saved, it depends completely on your effort. You must keep working endlessly to maintain that financial position. There is no system working for you in the background. That means your income is always tied directly to your time, and time is the most limited resource in human life. So saving alone keeps you trapped in a time for money cycle. That cycle feels normal, but it restricts financial freedom deeply. Breaking this cycle requires more than discipline and careful budgeting. It requires shifting from saving mindset to wealth creation mindset. That shift is where financial transformation truly begins. Wealth creation is about multiplication, not just preservation of money. Saving focuses on protection, while wealth focuses on expansion. Both are useful, but only one builds long-term freedom. Most people confuse being careful with being financially effective. But careful behavior alone does not guarantee financial growth. Growth demands action that goes beyond comfort zones and habits. Many avoid investing because it feels uncertain or risky. Yet avoiding uncertainty also means avoiding opportunity for growth. That trade-off quietly limits financial potential for millions of people. Understanding risk properly is more important than avoiding it completely. Every wealthy system in the world relies on money movement. Money that moves creates opportunities for multiplication and returns. Money that stays still slowly loses relevance and value. This is why saving alone cannot compete with investing systems. Investing puts money into productive use instead of storage. That productive use generates income beyond your personal effort. This is how financial independence begins to take shape. Without it, savings remain dependent on continuous human labor. And labor has natural limits, no matter how hard you work. Those limits eventually cap financial growth for most savers. Even high-income earners struggle when they rely only on saving, because income without growth strategy behaves like a leaking bucket. No matter how much you pour in, it never fills permanently. Expenses, inflation, and lifestyle slowly drain accumulated savings. Over time, this creates frustration despite consistent financial discipline. That frustration signals missing financial systems, not lack of effort. Systems are what transform income into long-term wealth. Without systems, saving only delays financial pressure, not eliminates it. This is why many people feel stuck despite earning well. The problem is not income, but lack of growth mechanisms. Financial independence requires money to work, even when you do not. That principle is impossible to achieve through saving alone. Saving preserves value, but does not generate additional value. Wealth requires value generation through investment or business activity. That is the fundamental difference between stability and freedom. Stability keeps you safe, but freedom allows you to grow. Many people stop at stability and never reach freedom stage. They believe saving is the final destination of financial planning. But in reality, it is only the starting foundation. Without building further, the foundation never becomes a structure. Time magnifies everything in finance, good or bad decisions alike. Saving alone allows inflation to slowly erode purchasing power. Investing allows compounding to amplify financial growth over time. The direction of your money determines your future outcome. Either it moves forward through growth or backward through erosion. There is rarely a middle ground in long-term financial reality. Understanding this helps you rethink every financial decision you make. It turns simple saving into strategic financial planning process. That strategic thinking is what separates wealth creators from savers. And that separation becomes visible over long periods of time. Saving money is still important, but it is not the full picture. Without growth, savings remain limited in their long-term impact. Financial success requires combining protection with expansion strategies. Only then does money start working beyond human limitations. And that is the real reason saving money alone is not enough. Many people believe financial success comes from strict saving habits alone, but real financial success depends on how money behaves after saving. Once saved, money must either grow or slowly lose value. There is no truly neutral state for money in the long run. This is where most people misunderstand the financial system completely. They assume keeping money safe is the same as making it grow, but safety and growth are two completely different financial goals. And confusing them leads to long-term financial limitations. Saving protects you today, but may restrict your tomorrow. Growth is what builds your financial tomorrow while you sleep. Imagine two people starting with the same amount of savings. One keeps saving only while the other starts investing regularly. After several years, their financial situations become dramatically different. This difference is not about income, but about money movement. Movement creates compounding effects that saving alone cannot match. Compounding means money generating more money over time automatically. This is the hidden engine behind most real wealth creation. Yet many people never activate this engine in their lives. They remain focused only on accumulating rather than multiplying. And accumulation alone cannot compete with exponential growth. Financial freedom is not about how much you store in accounts. It is about how much passive income your money can generate. Passive income is something savings accounts rarely provide meaningfully. That is why relying only on saving limits financial independence. You may feel secure, but still remain financially dependent on work. True independence means money supports your life without constant effort. That level of freedom requires more than disciplined saving habits. It requires strategic investment decisions over time. Many people delay investing due to fear of financial loss, but delay itself often becomes the biggest financial mistake. Time plays a critical role in wealth-building success. The earlier you start investing, the more powerful compounding becomes. Even small investments grow significantly when given enough time, but savings without growth lose purchasing power each passing year. Inflation silently reduces the value of money stored idle. This means your effort today weakens in future financial terms. That weakening effect is often invisible until it becomes serious. People only notice it when expenses start exceeding savings. By then, recovering lost ground becomes much harder. This is why early financial action matters so much. Saving alone creates a false sense of long-term stability. It feels safe but does not guarantee future financial strength. Real stability comes from diversified and growing financial systems. Systems that produce income are stronger than static savings accounts. Because systems do not depend entirely on your daily effort. They continue working even when you are not actively working. That independence is what creates true financial resilience. Without systems, financial life remains fragile and effort-dependent. Any interruption in income can quickly destabilize your savings. This shows the limitation of relying only on saving behavior. Wealthy individuals understand that money must be continuously active. They rarely let large amounts of money stay idle for long. Instead, they allocate funds into assets that generate returns. These assets may include businesses, markets, or other investments. The key principle is always money movement and productivity. Productivity of money is what separates wealth from mere savings. Without productivity, money slowly loses relevance in economic systems. That loss is subtle, but powerful over long time periods. Many savers never realize this hidden erosion until much later. And by then, opportunity cost has already accumulated significantly. Opportunity cost is what you lose by not investing your money. Every idle dollar represents a missed chance for growth. These missed chances compound just like successful investments do. So inaction also creates financial consequences over time. That is why saving alone cannot be considered a complete strategy. It protects money but does not expand financial potential. Expansion is the real goal of long-term financial planning. Without expansion, financial progress eventually reaches a ceiling. And that ceiling limits lifestyle security and future possibilities. Breaking that ceiling requires moving beyond saving mindset alone. Saving is still a valuable foundation in any financial journey, but foundations alone cannot build a complete financial structure. Growth strategies must be added on top of that foundation. Only then does true financial independence become achievable. At this stage, it becomes clear that saving alone cannot build wealth. Many people still cling to saving because it feels emotionally secure. That emotional security often hides deeper financial weaknesses underneath. Real financial strength comes from how money performs, not just exists. Money that only sits in accounts slowly loses long-term power. This is why understanding financial performance is extremely important today. The world economy is constantly changing and moving forward rapidly, so even disciplined savers can fall behind without realizing it. This hidden gap grows silently over many years of saving. People often believe saving more will eventually solve financial problems, but increasing savings without growth only delays the real issue. The real issue is lack of money multiplication strategy. Without multiplication, financial progress remains linear and limited. Life expenses, however, grow in unpredictable and exponential ways. This imbalance creates long-term financial pressure for many families. That pressure cannot be solved by saving alone. It requires income expansion and investment-based growth systems. Those systems create resilience against inflation and rising costs. Without them, savings alone feel weaker each passing year. One major limitation of saving is dependence on active income. If you stop working, your financial growth immediately stops too. This creates a fragile financial structure tied to personal effort. Wealthy systems are not dependent on constant personal labor. They are built to function independently through investments and assets. That independence is what most savers never fully develop. As a result, they remain stuck in time for money cycle. Breaking that cycle requires changing how money is used. Money must shift from storage to active growth vehicles. That shift is the foundation of financial evolution. Investing is often misunderstood as risky compared to saving. But not investing also carries a hidden and long-term risk. That risk is loss of purchasing power over time. Inflation quietly reduces what saved money can actually buy. So, even if numbers stay the same, real value decreases. This invisible loss is often ignored until it becomes serious. Awareness of this reality changes financial decision-making completely. It forces people to think beyond just accumulation and start thinking about protection plus growth together. That combination is essential for long-term financial health. Financial independence is not achieved by saving more alone. It is achieved by building multiple income-generating systems. Those systems reduce dependence on single income sources and increase overall financial stability and freedom. Without systems, savings eventually get consumed by life demands. Emergencies, inflation, and lifestyle changes slowly reduce stored wealth. This makes saving alone an incomplete financial strategy. It works temporarily, but not sustainably over long periods. Sustainable wealth requires continuous money growth mechanisms. Those mechanisms are absent in saving-only approaches. The difference between rich and average is not just income level. It is how effectively they deploy and grow their money. Rich individuals prioritize assets over idle cash accumulation. Assets continue generating value even when they are not working. That continuous generation creates exponential financial advantage. Meanwhile, saving only creates linear and limited progress. This gap widens significantly over long time periods. Eventually, it becomes the difference between freedom and limitation. Understanding this gap is crucial for financial awareness, because awareness leads to better financial decisions over time. Saving money is still important for emergency protection, but protection alone cannot create long-term financial growth. Growth requires calculated risk and informed investment decisions. Without growth, financial potential remains permanently capped. That cap prevents true financial independence from being reached. Breaking that cap requires changing mindset about money entirely, from storing value to actively growing value, from fear-based decisions to informed strategic decisions. That transformation defines modern financial success today, and it begins with understanding saving limitations clearly. Saving is the foundation, but never the final destination. It must evolve into a broader wealth-building strategy. Combining saving with investing creates true financial balance. That balance supports both security and long-term growth.